This is Captain James T. Kirk of the Starship Enterprise, and today I'm going to read to you. And it's a golden book titled Star Trek Too Many Tribbles. And this book was a gift to me, and I love it. Let's get started. The book is by Frank Berrios, and I must give him credit, and illustrated by Ethel Beavers. And they did a great job. Well, let's get started, shall we? Page number 1. Captain's log, stardate 4523.3. Captain Kirk, that's me, and the crew of the USS Enterprise have received an urgent call from Deep Space Station K7. That's K7 right there. Could it be a Klingon attack? I don't know. Let's find out. Upon arrival, Kirk and Spock, that's me, learn their true mission from an assistant named Darwin. They must protect a shipment of high-yield grain. The greedy Klingons will probably try to steal for themselves. While 2 guards keep the grain secure, the rest of the crew explores the station. Lieutenant Uhura meets a trader who sells furry creatures called tribbles. Now, just FYI, trader, as spelled that way and in its context, is not someone who's treacherous. It's someone who makes a living trading goods and services. Bartering is more appropriate term. The salesman gives Uhura a tribble as a gift, and Uhura loves her new furry pet. Look at that. Isn't that sweet? Uhura returns to the Enterprise with her hungry little tribble. The next morning, she is shocked to discover that she has a bunch of new tribbles. Look at them. They're all over. And there's me questioning what's going on, and there's McCoy concerned and frowning as always. Suddenly, a Klingon battlecruiser arrives at the space station. This could mean trouble. That's them, that's us in the Enterprise, and that's the space station. The Klingons are allowed to board the space station, but can they be trusted? Not even the furry little tribbles like the Klingons. Although the Klingons say they come in peace, a fight breaks out. No one insults the Enterprise in front of Scotty. I could just hear Scotty's voice now. You had better not say anything bad about the Enterprise, you Klingon devil, or I'll give you a walloping you'll soon not forget. Look at him, he looks upset. I don't blame him. Meanwhile, back on the Enterprise, the bridge is covered with tribbles. In tribbles, and with tribbles, and everywhere is tribbles. Look at them. How they stick in the walls, I don't know. It's like spider tribble. Anyway, the tribbles got into the air vents, so they are now all over the ship, even in the mess hall. And they're eating everything in sight. Look at it. Scotty looks concerned. He'd probably say something like, Captain, the tribbles have even gotten to the food replicator, sir, and now there's not enough food for anyone. I've got it up to full max, and we're still not producing enough space shakes. I just made that up, a shake made in space. Spock, of course, is very logical. He'd probably say something, Captain, these creatures are highly illogical. If the tribbles were able to find their way into the air vents aboard the Enterprise, they must have done the same on the space station! Exclamation point, because it's important. Captain Kirk, that's me, and Mr. Spock, that's him, beam back aboard the space station. And their fears are confirmed. Oh, there's me again. The tribbles have eaten all the grain. Mr. Spock notices that some of the tribbles are sick. Someone must have poisoned the grain. But who, I wonder? Do you know who it is? I don't know yet, but let's find out. With a little help from Dr. McCoy and a couple of tribbles, Kirk discovers that Darwin is a Klingon spy in disguise. Darwin is a Klingon. Darwin was the one who poisoned the grain. With the spy revealed, the Klingons quickly leave the space station. The crew returns to the Enterprise, but all the tribbles are gone. That's me again. There's Uhura, looking pretty. There's Mr. Spock with a smile, which is highly unlikely in most cases. Mr. Scott looks pretty happy, and Dr. McCoy's even smiling, which is unusual because he frowns all the time. And there's, I think, Mr. Chekhov, and I don't know who she is. She must be an extra. Where did all the tribbles go? It turns out that Scotty transported the furry creatures to the Klingon ship. Whereas he would say, well, there'll be no tribble at all. Get it? Tribble. Instead of trouble, and Mr. Scott is very pleased with himself. And that, my friends, boys and girls, is A Little Golden Book, Star Trek Too Many Tribbles. I hope you enjoyed it. I've enjoyed reading it to you, and maybe we'll talk again. This is Captain James T. Kirk saying, Kirk out.